welcome back. I just wanted to kind of pop in and show you guys how I use the new Peter McKinney. I believe that's how you say his last name. He is an awesome photographer, and he does video as well, but he recently came out with a preset pack. Let's scroll over here to the left so I can show you. It's called PM Fall Pack 2018. And I kind of just wanted to show you some of the unique presets that he has. And I wanted to show you guys on this photo shoot that I did actually last Saturday. And it was so interesting because I watched this video literally, I think that morning or the night before. And I'm like, wait, I'm doing a photo shoot in the fall, greenery, that would look so dope with his preset. So I just brought it. And all right, let's get into it. So the first photo I want to look at is this one. I love it. This young lady was very shy, and it was, a little difficult to kind of pull out some emotion. So let me just go through the different presets. So the first half are just different adjustments, and I still don't know if you can combine these with the other ones. They're nice, but I'll kind of get into like the meat of everything. So the first one is Dawn. I do love how harsh the it seems like the maybe the contrast, or not that the contrast, the clarity is up pretty high, so you see a lot of details in her hair. And obviously, the green does pop out. Let's see what dusk looks like. Oh no, Mac problems. Here is dusk coming up in 2 seconds because my computer is so slow. Embarrassed. Here we go. This is actually one of my favorite ones that I use a lot, and I just brought it, but this is one of my favorites. I love how everything is a little dark, and this young lady does not like a lot of bright colors or anything like that. So I knew that this was like so perfect. Um, so yeah, so the next one is Elemental. And obviously there's a lot more yellows and oranges. Sometimes I get a little colorblind, so I always like to come over here to the histogram. And then the next one we have is Ember. Not a huge fan of this, and I think just because the clarity is so low, and you can always make adjustments to these, obviously, but I just haven't found a photo that I love with it. No worries. And then the next one is Genesis Black and White. This is cool. I'm not in love with it. No worries. Louise, I do like this one on different photos. Moran, which is this is very nice. I love this one. I love how green it is. Oh, stop it. Come over there. Stop it being stupid. Okay, it's just, all right, let me just click on it. I love this one, and I feel like it's very similar to Dawn, or is it Dusk? I like Dusk. However, no, it is Dawn, yeah. Dawn is just as dark. Not as, I feel like Dawn is darker, yes, but it's all good. The next one I believe I like is North. Oh, God. All right, sorry guys, please bear with me. I'm just gonna try to take this nice and slow. North, as you can see, it's a lot more white. If you look over here at the histogram, a lot more white. The highlights are pushed over. I love it. I like it for certain photos, but I do like what it can be, put it that way. O'Hara, I do like this one. I used this on one of my other ones, and I do love it. I love the orange in it, which seems like the orange, it's more yellow, it appears, but I do have it. I like how the orange pops out. Next one we have is Overload, which is cool. Not a big fan of it, but it's cool. Red October, like this one, very similar to Overload, I feel like. But definitely, I feel like if you have something with some blues and some greens, it'll pop out a little bit more, and oranges. So the next one we have here is six side. I like this one. Not my favorite. Um, for this photo, Skyfall, I love it. I like this one. Um, I just do. I like it. And we have Whiteout, which I know he does a lot of landscape photography and snow. So, and as you can see, there's a lot of white. There's a lot of highlights and whites popping off in here and blues. So, obviously not for this photo, but I do like it. I do like this one as well. Wolf's Wood. Once again, a lot of highlights. Going on. So, all right, let's just edit a couple photos and we're going to kind of end this video. I don't want it to be too long like my other ones. So, all right. So I'll just show you how I would edit show you how I edit the photos with his preset pack. So I already know I want to do, is it dusk? I think it's dusk. Yes, I want dusk. Um, so the wide image is fine, but I am trying to edit and shoot to be more in a eye appealing way. So composition, that's the word I'm looking for. Um, you know, the rule of thirds popped up with the eye. That's cool too. Let's see what it looks like, which would be not even flattering on her. I wish I can get her at the bottom, but that's cool. And I'm going to have some of these images up on my Instagram, and I'll link all that in the description box so you guys can check it out. Tell me what you think. All right, I like that. So I do want to give me a straight line. Once again, to me, that's one of the ways that you can take your photography up is by composing and straightening. Simple things will make it good. Actually, let me go back and reset and straighten first and then compose because I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I should do that and then come down and do this. And it doesn't have to be perfectly at her eye, um, but, and then come down just a little bit. All right. I don't know if that was a big difference, but I like that better. Okay, so let's go. Before I touch the exposure, I really like to touch the highlights and shadows. Her sweater was gray. The light was off to the left. Couldn't put a light to the right because it's the pond. And I was moving a lot, so I was like, I'm just going to bring one. And I always shoot raw, which gives me room to play. So if you take the highlights down a little bit, you can see more definition in her sweater, which is what I want. And the shadows, I don't want them down too much. Let's see if we can bring them up. You kind of want to play. You don't want to because the hair looks funny to me. And we'll just keep it like that. The whites and the blacks, I'm not going to mess with too much. So let's bring up the exposure. Before I do that, I always forget to do these. Enable, and it just brightens up or, you know, makes the photo go with your actual camera setting. Now I think it's a little bit too bright, to be honest. And tell you the truth, I feel like the light should have been closer to me. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Let's see. I'm not too fancy with this little, no. Oh yeah, the little gritty thing. Let's see if I can balance some light out over here on this side. Who knows? It might not even look right. You can see it's a little bit more here and then it fades. So yeah, let's just try that. Let's just pop it up a little bit, and then take the red away so I can see what that looks like. And bam. And then I like to do a before and after. See how bright this was. I don't know if it made a big difference. Let's just keep that real. But I like it anyway, so let's just move on. I like this photo. Let's see, what's the clarity looking like? As a portrait, I'm weird. I kind of like to bring the clarity a little soft, just to smooth out the skin a little bit. And if I want more definition, I will bring the haze up, which gives it more clarity. I don't know if I'm loving that. Let's kind of do a before and after. Check it. Let's see. All right. We're going to keep it like that. So I do want to take the oranges out just a little bit because I just like to take the oranges out when I'm dealing with brown people's skin. Saturation, just a little bit, just a tiny bit. All right, let's move on. How about we do another one in another light situation? So this one was lighter, darker, only natural light because I didn't bring my flash over with me. So let's see if I see another one that will give me what I need. No, that's ugly. And also, personally, I'm kind of working on making sure that my photos that I deliver all have the same tones, similar tones, that it looks unison, but I don't want the same preset on each photo as well, which is, silly. So let's see, I don't mind that. I just feel like there's a lot of shadow in her face that may not be a good photo to edit. That one's a little bit better because she's standing up and her head is up. So let's just do this one. Which one did we say? Skyfall. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Not liking that. Not liking that. Not liking that at all. But at the same time, I don't like how that. All right, let's just see what this looks like and take down the exposure, because obviously that is the problem. Yeah, I'm just not feeling it too much. Just not feeling it. Maybe I'm just not a fan of the photo. That could be a factor too. Let's see here. No. That one's not too bad, actually. Marine. All right, so let's just do our editing or cropping, all that good stuff. And I really wanted to get her in the middle, which is why I kind of frame her up a little bit. And I still feel like she's crooked. I just do. I just feel like she's crooked, but whatever. All right, let's keep it that way. Let's see, what do I want to do? Take down the exposure. I'm just not liking this one for this photo. Let's just be real. So let's just try to move on. Oh, this video is going to sucker bobs. How about, just take, which I feel like the vibrance and the contrast makes the photo, but I just feel like, all right, not too much, obviously. All right, now let's see what the exposure looks like. That's not too bad, actually. I do like that. What do we have here? This one is a little bit better. And I think I was struggling with the outer photos because I didn't have my flash with me. It was on the other side. Let me see. Ember, I feel like has a little orange in it. Don't like that. Elements has a little, that one's cute, but I still love the dusk. I still love dusk. I love it. But how about we incorporate a little bit of this? She doesn't like bright colors, so that works in my favor. Compose. And everything doesn't have to be 3/4, obviously. But I don't want too much foreground. And let's just bring it in just a little bit. I think that looks fine. What are we doing here? Oh no. Heighten up the exposure a little bit. Highlights. Oh, sorry, Mac problems. Loving the highlights. Let's take them down. I always feel like I have to take my highlights down. I don't know if it's because I shoot higher than I should, and I'm learning to shoot lower. Sorry, as far as my ISO. Now I do like how the shadows get more definition in her outfit. So, but I feel like I lost her face. Let me see her face. If you're ever wondering, let's just fill it in a little bit. Let's see here. What does the whites do as far as more? Maybe the blacks are a little harsh on her face. Let's just go out. Not liking that at all. Let's just go down a little bit. The clarity can be not so harsh. Where we at? The contrast doesn't have to be as hard. I feel like that was it. The contrast and the clarity. And I feel like the glasses just make her face dark because it's black on her face. Um, I like this photo, and I hope she likes these, but I do believe she would. Bam, love it. We're just gonna keep it. And that's it. I just have a couple, But thank you so much for hanging out with me. I have an engagement shoot that I want to edit with his presets as well, which is something that you would think to be like light and airy and bright. But let's just see if they work. And I believe they can. So thanks again. See you soon. Bye.